Welcome back to Brock Eagle Stadium. We apologize for the technical difficulties. We have got a heck of an engineer, Eric, who was able to get us back live. We are streaming here with 10:12 remaining in the third quarter. We're going to kind of get you caught up as Paradise is driving into Brock territory. It's going to be a measurement for a first down. We lost you with about a minute left in the second quarter when Brock took over at the 45-yard line on a First National Bank 1st and 10. It was a 48-yard pass for Seth Bowman to Trent Corcoran to making the score 46 to nothing after the Bryce Nye extra point kick. He took that lead into halftime. Paradise got the ball on the opening kickoff, and the first play was a 60-yard run by number 4 for Paradise. That's Darian Satomi. Now it is another first down after Satomi picked up a run on a wingback. He is now the quarterback. This will be the third play. They go to the Wildcat quarterback as Cameron Chasteen is checked out of the ball game. It's going to be a bunch set, shotgun formation, three running backs in the backfield. Satomi at quarterback, going to take the snap, going to be a draw over the left-hand side on their tackle. No man to beat, and Satomi's going to run all the way into the end zone. A blown coverage by Brock as he was untouched. That's going to be a 21-yard score for Paradise as they are on the board with 9:43 remaining in the third quarter. They will set up for the extra point. It will be Carlos Powers to kick it through. The holder is number 11, Ty Valentine. The deep snapper is Colt Rye. And the extra point is up and good. We'll keep it right here, 46 to 7. Brock subbed some defensive players in to start the second half for Paradise, so that could have been one reason, but uncharacteristic in them to completely blow on the left-hand side. Satomi had no pressure there and was able to walk into the end zone.
Somehow the lead back in the Wildcat offense got outside position on the defensive end, and the running back Satomi just got outside of him, and somehow everybody else got caught up inside. I don't know if they thought it was coming up the middle or somehow they got caught up in there, and he just got outside, and there was nobody there to catch him.
We were unable to give you any stats. We'll try and get you caught up when we have a chance here in the second half. Want to let you know from some scores from around the area. These are going to play a key part for Brock as we move forward. Malakoff 46 against Kemp 0. Shallow Water 28 with 3:19 remaining in the third quarter over Brownfield 28 to 14. Cameron Yo 28-0 against Florence. Dangerfield trails Redwater at halftime 8 to nothing. Wall blowing out Bangs 42 to nothing. They're in a rain delay. New Boston trails Winsboro 24 to 6. 9:15 remaining in the fourth quarter. Pilot Point and Pottsboro are all knotted up at 6 apiece. That is postponed. Powers will get set off for the kickoff. It's going to be a squib kick, going to be fielded at the 34-yard line. Warren cuts all the way to the right-hand side, and then the turf monster gets him, as it will be First National Bank first down, 1st and 10. Ball will be start on the right hash on the 34-yard line, and we've got a new wideout. That's
Hayden
also the defensive tackle who has played. That's number 1, Hayden Waller, will line up. Seth Bowman will start again at wideout. I'm sorry, at quarterback as he takes over. Brock chasing their second consecutive district championship. Breckenridge beat Boyd yesterday 49 to 7. So with a win in Paradise, which they look like they will get, they'll be able to take this one. Warren having a little trouble figuring out where he needs to line up, but he's going to get to the left-hand side. Pro set, they're going to toss it to French. Rolling right to the 30, 35, cuts up the middle of the 40, down to the 42-yard line. It's going to pick up of 8 on the play. We talked about how important Hayden Waller is going to be coming up next year as an underclassman. He's a big-bodied individual.
Well, they're going to need somebody to replace what Cooper Warren does, and they're hoping that Hayden's going to be able to do that.
Two receivers to the right, shotgun formation. Bowman with French to his right. They're going to give it up the middle, driving forward, hard run by Letty French. Going to be First National Bank first down at the 46-yard line.
Next year, when and if the stars fall right for Trent Corcoran to be quarterback, they're going to have a receiver to take Trent's spot and also a receiver to take Cooper Warren's spot. And right now, Hayden Waller is in that position to take one of those guys' receiving spot.
Confusion from the sideline. Bowman checking for the play again, looking at the wristband. Now walks up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to toss it to French into the boundary to the 45, but not much more. He will get to the 50. He's run out of bounds by Darian Satomi, who looks to be the only thing that Paradise has going for him right now. He is making tackles as well, has the lone touchdown for Paradise as they are on the board with 7 points, but still trailing by 39. 2nd and 4, ball will be placed at midfield. It will be a tight set. Bowman under center. Young, the fullback. French is the tailback. Going to toss it right up the middle to French. Breaks a tackle, cuts to the 40, 30, cuts it to the 20, dragging a tackler all the way down to the 12-yard line. Holy cow, that was number 11, Ty Valentine, holding on for dear life as French drug him for about 9 yards. It's going to be a First National Bank first down. And now hustling up to the line is Brock. One receiver, that's Warren Lone, way out to the left-hand side. Going to toss the French to the right, to the 15, up to the 10, to the 5. Cuts up, driving forward. He is short of the first down. Short of the touchdown. It's going to be a First National Bank first down at the half-yard line.
I think the coaches are messing with us, putting Waller and Warren out there at receiver.
Man, yeah.
I can't tell.
Just an old boy.
There's a 1 and a 21.
I'm an old boy from Parker County. That's hard to pronounce. 2 words out there. I got a degree, but it's just on paper. Warren now lone wide out to the far right-hand side, tight backfield. Going to give it right up the gut. That's going to be Letty French. Hops over into the end zone. That's another touchdown for Brock. Armando Gutierrez, an NAC touchdown. Pending the Plains Capital Bank extra point, it will be 53-7. 7:36 remaining here in the third quarter.
Right there, Letty just took the ball all the way down the field. Run left, run right, run around the end, run up the middle. He had that one long run. He had about 25 or 30 yards. I thought he was going to break that one, but they give him the ball 2 more times, and he finally puts it in.
The Plains Capital Bank extra point is up and good. Bryce Nye knocks it through 53-7, 7:36 remaining in the third quarter. I want to let you know the third quarter is brought to you by Worthington Realty. Mark and Dottie Worthington at Worthington Realty have both been Realtor of the Year and Board of Realtors Presidents. Mark is also the recent past president of the Weatherford Chamber of Commerce. They're avid supporters of football from the Pee-wees to the pros, proud to have an 11-year veteran and current number 91 of the Dallas Cowboys in their family. Call 817-594-0291 or visit worthington-realestate.com. Again, that's 817-594-0291. We're set for the Sierra Network's kickoff. We'll take just a quick break, then come back to you. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions.
Lightfoot Mechanical, air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and spray foam insulation is family owned and operated, and it's been serving North Texas for more than 30 years. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys.
Welcome back to Brock Eagles Stadium in Brock, Texas. The Eagles lead Paradise 53-7, 7:36 remaining here in the third quarter. I'd like to let you know if you would like to advertise on our station, please call JPS Sports Productions at 682-351-7848. Nye kicks it down to Warren, who cuts up to the 25 to the 30. He had a big return earlier. He's knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line. That's where Paradise will start. 1st and 10. They scored for their first time on their previous drive to open the second half at about the same, actually exact same yard line. So we'll see what Brock needs to do to make a stop. They do have some subs into the game, especially on that defensive line that has been beat up. Number 67, who's just checked in for Brock. We'll get a name as soon as I get a roster or Eric figures out what we're looking at. It's going to be a 4-receiver set, 2 receivers either side. Satomi continues to be the Wildcat quarterback with Upton to his right. Going to roll to his right. He's going to keep it all the way to the back to the line of scrimmage, but only gains a couple out of that shotgun formation. It took a little longer for that play to develop, and it's only a gain of 2.
Patino and Zane Young right there look like they appreciate the opportunity to put some hits on number 4, and number 4's got his hands on his hips. Satomi, he may not like this Wildcat offense after all.
Well, they made Lane Upton check out to bring in number 15, Bradley Young, from hits by number 33, Tyler Gray, all about 160 pounds. And now they're putting it on Satomi. It's going to be 2 receivers to the right, shotgun formation in the Wildcat. Satomi keeping it all the way running, just a quarterback power, and they're not going to gain anything. A huge hit knocks off the helmet of Satomi as he's picked up. He'll have to check out of the ball game. And number 17, Zane Young, knocked his helmet off and then had the decency to pick him back up and said, hey, jog back over there. I'm going to do the exact same thing when you get back, and Chastain will have to come back in and check.
Yeah, Chastain didn't think he was going to make it back in today. The helmet came off. He's, Coach, where's my helmet? Where's my gear? I got to get back out there.
We do hope that Satomi is okay, but I can tell you this defense from Brock is playing lights out tonight as hard as they are hitting this Paradise group. Chastain will go in the shotgun. It will be 2 receivers to the right as well as 2 to the left, up into Chastain's right. Play clock down to 10. Waiting. Now to 7 to 6 to 5. Roll to his right. Will Chastain looking under pressure. Now going to throw, and he's wide open, but he's going to overshoot number 2, the big 6'3", 155 senior Brenton Beggs. It's there. It's been there all game, but you talked about it, and you make a great point every time. If you don't have a guy that can place it there, it doesn't matter how wide open your wide receiver is, because you're not going to execute the play.
You can't ask for a better time from your line right there. You can't ask for a better open receiver than you had right there, but they just didn't have the guy to put it on him.
That's a Brock Envy Day Spa stop. VIP experience with your medical care. Call Envy, a medical day spa and wellness center, at 817-599-9902. Bradley Young going to kick it. Nobody back for Brock. It will hit at the 30, bounce to the 25, and die right at the 24-yard line. We'll take a Lightfoot mechanical timeout. Brock will take over, 1st and 10. 53-7 with 5:45 remaining here on Senior Night in Brock, Texas. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Out of the timeout for a First National Bank first down. It was a pitch up the middle to Letty French, gain of 2 on the play. Check in a couple guys that we got on the offensive line. That's 58, the big sophomore. Number 58, the sophomore Sage Bowman, who I know is real excited that the statistician is getting a call. Check him on the list that he made a play in the game. Bowman back out there at quarterback. We'd like to also thank our statistician, that is Mr. Bowman. Both of his sons able to play tonight. 2 good guys. 2 receivers to the left. Bowman under center. Going to pitch it to his right, to his French, to the 35, to the 30. Look out, 40. To midfield, one man to break. Sims breaks a tackle to the 30, now to the 20, to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Letty French. That is a 66-yard touchdown run, and number 20 for Paradise, Tristan Sims, wanted no part of Letty French as French runs through the arm tackle and puts it in for a Mondo Gutierrez and NAC touchdown, pending the extra point, 59-7 with 4:49 remaining here in the third quarter.
When Letty got past that last guy, that one man to beat, The closest guy to him was a number 70-something. And when a number 70-something is chasing after Letty French, he ain't going to catch him. He just ain't going to catch him.
Bryce Nye knocks through the Plains Capital Bank extra point. We'll take a break. Let you hear a word from our sponsors. 60 to 7 as Brock leads Paradise. You're listening to Brock Eagle Football, brought to you by JPS Productions.
Worthington Realty and Investments Incorporated has been in business for 30 years and has always put our clients first. We like to say we have hometown service and hometown pride. Mark and Dottie Worthington have both been Realtor of the Year and Board of Realtors Presidents. Mark is a recent past president of the Weatherford Chamber of Commerce. Avid supporters of football from the Pee-wees to the pros. Proud to have 11-year veteran and current number 91 of the Dallas Cowboys in our family.
Senior night in Brock, Texas, and there's a lot of seniors doing a lot of good things. One of them is Letty French. He takes it 66 yards, breaks through an arm tackle into the end zone as they Brock leads 60 to 7 with 4:49 remaining here in the third quarter. We're set for the Sierra Networks kickoff with 6,000 miles of high-speed wireless service. Sierra Networks has you covered. Go to Sierra.net. That's CIRRANET, or give them a call at 817-259-1100.
They're giving Tucker Sargent an opportunity. He's going to be running the ball. He has a touchdown against Rice this year earlier in the season. One of the offensive linemen. Looks like he's going to get out there and play some running backs again today.
Tucker Sargent is going to switch from his number of 56 to number 4, which Devin Stentz usually wears. So don't get confused if you're listening to it or trying to watch it. Bryce Nye angles the kick to the right-hand side. Satomi's going to catch it, and then it's going to fall out of bounds. So tough break for Paradise. They'll start on their own 15-yard line, 1st and 10. They start switching jerseys on us, Eric. It's hard enough for me to try and figure out what's going on.
14.
Warren again in there on the defensive line. He has had a heck of a game for his first try. They'll keep Tyler Gray out there as well. Kyle Till, the free safety, along with most of the starters. Young and French, the linebackers. Number 50 is going to run onto the field for Brock as well. Trace Humphreys.
This is Paradise's 11th drive of the day. Normally we're getting 7, 8. Because Brock's scoring so fast, now they're on their 11th drive of the day.
I couldn't figure out what was going on. Brock didn't have enough men on the field, and Paradise almost waited for them. The play clock ran down. They get a delay of game. Now Trent Patino will check in. Pike Langford will check out. 57 for Brock will check in, and Trent Humphreys will check out. He was only in there for
a penalty.
A penalty. That's unfortunate. Play clock now down to 10, and Paradise still doesn't have the play call in. Now to 5. Tight set. 2 receivers to the left. To 3, to 2, but they're going to get it off. They're going to fake the end around, and drilled in the backfield is Chastain, but not before he gets it off to number 21. That's Lane Upton. They get back the penalty yardage. It's going to be 2nd and 9, ball on the 16-yard line. Number 11 is covering
Colin Miller.
Colin Miller is covering Brenton Beggs, the 6'3", 155 junior, the far wideout all the way to the Paradise side. Chastain under center with 2 receivers in the back, 2 running backs in the backfield. Hard count, now snap. They're going to wait and throw under pressure. He's got to scramble, being chased by Caden Fain.
No.
He throws it to Satomi. It is intended, didn't catch it. And Caden Fain was bearing down on it. He is excited to be back after his injury and making his presence known to Cameron Chastain. It's 3rd and 9.
For all these seniors, it's their last time to get to play on this field. They want to leave everything out there on the field tonight. A lot of memories.
Now it will be 2 receivers into the boundary, tight end to the far left-hand side. Chastain under center with 2 running backs in the backfield. It's going to be a quick step drop. Now throw a duck into the air. They were looking for the tall Beggs, but were unable to get it. They threw a duck that was shot 5 or 6 times. Unfortunately for Brock, nobody was even anywhere around it, or that was an easy catch for anybody and a walk into the end zone. It's an Envy Baseball defensive stop for Brock. Will force Bradley Young to kick it, and again, Brock will not put anybody back.
Usually they don't put anybody back, sometimes so they can get a better rush, sometimes just so they don't get an accidental touch of the ball and have the other team pick up an extra possession.
Young angles the kick to the right-hand side. It will hit at the 45 and then retreat. So a net kick of around, we're going to say 35 yards. Brock will take over at the Paradise 44-yard line.
Brock's 10th possession. That's a lot of possessions, and the main reason, obviously, is because Brock scores on 1-play drives, 2-play drives, 3-play drives. There's no sustaining drives. We've had an 8-play and a 7-play drive by Paradise and a 6-play drive where they haven't been very much plays on offense this time.
Brock will take the First National Bank first down again at the 44-yard line. 3 running backs in the backfield, lone wide out to the right, toss to French to the 40, cuts up, and now down at around the 38-yard line.
Got some new people in there. Corcoran is at quarterback. Munson was in there at fullback. Colin Miller's in there now.
I apologize. That was Trent Patino carrying the ball there. Again, Corcoran is checked in. Sargent is he was at wideout the previous time. He's
Sargent has the best
having a lot
hands
of
on
fun.
the team, yes. Everybody likes to throw to Sargent. He got the best hands on the team. Just throw it anywhere around, he'll catch it.
Good for him. The senior playing his last home game. 2 running backs in the backfield. They're going to toss it to the right-hand side. That's to Littlepage, who's wrapped up, reverses his feet, but it only gains about 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Dawson Littlepage, he's a kid we talk about that if they give him the ball, he's trying to figure out a way to get in the end zone every time he touches it.
Looking at that one right there, it looks like if we'd just cut it back and gone the other way, he might have taken another one to the house.
77 is in for Brock on the offensive line as well. Corcoran will walk back to the huddle.
Let's see if this doesn't go to number 4, Tucker Sargent. Pass play, running play. Just get it to him. He's at the tight end spot right now.
3 running back set in the backfield, lone wide out, Munson all the way to the right-hand side. Corcoran going to give it. It's going to go to the right, to the 30, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone is number 28, Tanner Patino for the Brock touchdown. The sophomore getting some work in, and Mondo Gutierrez and NAC are happy to have their name called again. That'll take the score 66-0 with 2:03 remaining here in the third quarter. 66-7, excuse me.
One of the things you don't want to do when you're playing against Brock and they're scoring a lot of points is score a touchdown. All that's going to do is make them mad and make them think you're still trying to score. Okay, well, if you're going to keep trying to score, we're going to keep trying to score too.
We had a dead ball personal foul against Paradise. The penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. The Plains Capital Bank extra point waiting on Bryce Nye. They've been called a bunch tonight, but let you know again, Plains Capital Bank has 2 locations in Parker County, 1001 Santa Fe Drive in Weatherford, and 126 South Ranch House Road, Suite 400 in Willow Park, 817-598-5400. So now we're back to even. We got us a 2-point. We got us a safety after we failed a 2-point conversion, and now we missed a kick. So it's going to take us exactly where we need to be, 66-7. So it looks like we scored the correct number of touchdowns. We're set for the Sierra Networks kickoff. With a lot of guys getting some work today, we also like to thank all of our sponsors that have done such a fantastic job being able to sponsor us throughout the year. One more game next week in Boyd, but I know we're fired up to get these seniors out on a good win. Brock heading in, we won't talk about it right now, just to kind of keep some of the kind of downplay it, but they are going to move forward towards a second consecutive district championship with a win tonight against Paradise.
They've been looking forward to having this opportunity. They've got pictures up on the wall of their first district championship win last year. They got a picture up on the wall of their first district win last year. And they know they need to win this one tonight in order to secure first place in district this year.
Nye, after the personal foul, will bust it towards the left-hand side. It's fielded by 24, who cuts all the way to the right and make a great tackle. That's number 57 for Brock, special teams player. Good tackle by him there. Paradise will start on their own 9-yard line. Well, that's a great way to just mess up a return. Bryce Nye kicked a curveball. It hit Satomi right in the chest and then landed right in Connor Snell's hands, and Snell had nowhere to go. He was standing all the way in the back of the end zone and did everything he can not to get a safety.
I hate to say it, but this is Paradise's worst starting field position of the night on their own 7 or 8 yard line heading out.
All the starters in the game for Brock on defense. It is a double wingback set. Chastain will bring Satomi in motion. They're going to give it up the middle to 21. Lane Upton, who gains 1 on the play ball. It was a gain of 2, ball on the 11-yard line.
Little Page with another tackle. He's slowly moving up the leaderboard on the tackles. Little Page is averaging just over 10 tackles. 10 tackles a game and 5 solo tackles a game.
Beggs, the big wideout lone wide receiver to the right. They're going to fake the give, now throw over the middle, and not even close. It went to Satomi, who was standing on the 20-yard line when the ball was thrown. This ball almost landed in midfield, and Chastain unable to try and figure out. We've talked about how he struggled all year to throw the ball, and just like that, I mean, it's not even close.
He looked like he just turned around and threw the ball without even a knowledge of a receiver being down there.
Unfortunately, too, it was the best throw he's made all day as far as technique. It was a tight spiral. It was to no man, though. 3rd and 8, ball on the 11-yard line, tight formation. Chastain under center, 2 receivers in the backfield. 2 running backs in the backfield, and unfortunately the nose tackle jumped off sides for Brock, and they're going to give him 5 yards, making it a very manageable 3rd and 3.
Quarterback putting a hard count on the defense. Got to watch that ball, make sure that it moves before you get it.
Beggs again alone by himself all the way to the left-hand side. Under center, Chastain. Going to roll to his right, nowhere to look. Going to rolling, continue to move, and he's going to get the first down as he runs out of bounds at around the 21-yard line. He was being chased, it looks like, by Kyle Till in number 11 for Brock, 1st and 10 on the 20.
That 5-yard penalty right there gave an opportunity to have a short 3rd down opportunity, and they did. They ended up getting the first down after that 5-yard penalty.
Want to let you know again, this 3rd quarter was brought to you by Worthington Realty. Worthington Realty and Investments Incorporated has been in business 30-plus years and has always put their clients first. They'd like to say they have hometown service and hometown pride. Call Mark and Dottie Worthington at 817-594-0291 or visit worthingtonrealestate.net. Satomi will get the handoff on the end around from the wingback position. It's a good gain of 16 on the play, 1st and 10, ball on the 36-yard line. Satomi, again, we've talked about, has been the only light that Paradise has had all day. He scored the only touchdown and is also making tackles left and right on defense.
Again, he just got the defensive ends for Brock to go up high for containment. He cut back underneath them. It took a bit for the linebackers to get out there from the middle of the field to the sidelines. He picked up about 20 yards on that one.
Play clock down to 6. Paradise just now getting the call in to 3-2. They get the ball off. They're going to pitch it to Upton. Nowhere to go. He is wrapped up in the backfield. No gain on the play. Zane Young on the tackle, as well as Hayden Waller. Boy, Hayden Waller is having a heck of a game for playing varsity. And I'll tell you right now, it is such a faster game coming up from JV, and he really is reading well. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. It is all Brock. It has been like that all night. Mother Nature has not shown her hand the entire game once it has started. 66-7 as Brock is leading its seniors to their final home game win in the regular season, as well as clinching a district championship at home. We'll keep it right here. You know, if you're coach, how excited are you not only to send these guys out with a win, but, man, these seniors get to clinch a district championship at home.
They worked really hard throughout the season. They got one more quarter to clinch district championship for the second year in a row. It means a lot to the players. It means a lot to the coaches to have this kind of thing. And just to be able to do it here at home with the seniors on senior night, this group of seniors is a close-knit group. The coaches feel a lot of affinity for these seniors, and they can't talk enough good things about them.
We'll flip fields now. With the wind died down all the way to a minimum, the storms have passed over. Paradise will restart on the, looks like the 37-yard line, headed to the north.
This is their seventh play of this drive.
Two receivers to the left. They're going to give it up the middle to Satomi, driving his feet forward, and that's going to be a pickup of 11, a 1st and 10. Ball on the 48-yard line. This fourth quarter is brought to you again by Texas Butane. They offer everything from propane tanks, sales, and leasing to gas logs, Dearborn heaters, and home appliances, both gas and electric. Call 817-594-2612.
One of the things you really want to make sure that you look out for in games like this is trying to not get anybody hurt. We don't want any Boobie Mileses going on, up 66-7. Get those other guys in. That's what they're trying to do now.
Thane is on the line as well as Hayden Waller on the left-hand side. Two guys you want to watch that are going to be special next year. It's going to be a misdirection play.
Quarterback forgot to hand it off to the running back.
Boy, there had a lot going on there. It was going to the right. They faked the give to the right. Number 11 for Paradise, Tal Valentine, was coming back from the left, and Chastain pulled it and kept it and was tackled in the backfield. That's number 88, Carson Langdon, for Brock. So a broken play that loses 2. It'll be 2nd and 10, ball on the 46-yard line.
That's that little inside reverse trap play that they've seen Venus have success against us with, and they had it right there. It was hoping. They just forgot to give it to the running back.
Two running backs in the backfield. It's a wing back to the left, wide receiver to the right. They're going to give to Satomi up to the midfield, moving forward to the 45-yard line. That's a pickup of 8 on the play, but it will still make it 2nd and 3.
This is one of those drives that we were talking about before the game that Paradise is putting together. They've got a 3rd and manageable 3 yards possibly here. I'm pretty sure even if they don't get it, they're going to go for it on 4th down. But it's their 9th play coming up.
Beggs is checked out. Matthew Whalen is checked in at the wide receiver position. He'll be the lone wide out to the far right-hand side. Wing back to the left. 2 running backs in the backfield as Chastain is under center. It will go to Satomi, and he is met by number 27. That's Dawson Littlepage, short of the 1st down, gain of 1. It will be 4th and 2, ball on the 44-yard line, and you know that, especially in the territory, they got real aggressive on their own 27.
Sure.
You know they're going on it at the Brock 44.
Caden Fain checking out.
Number 57 for Brock checking in. Same formation, 2 running backs into the backfield. They'll pitch it to Upton. Met in the backfield, swallowed up.
Hayden Waller.
Hayden Waller. He's going to be my pick for player of the game. That's a heck of a job. That's going to be a loss of 7 on the play. Turnover on downs. Ball will go to Brock at the Paradise 49-yard line. That's an Envy Dace ball. Brock defensive stop. Heck of a job, and Brock will take over for a First National Bank first down heading the other direction.
Well, right there, it was a good 10 plays keeping the ball. The 10th play was probably the worst play that they had. It was 9 runs, 1 pass. Now Brock has the ball.
Corcoran remains the quarterback. 3 running backs into the backfield. Snap that's going to go to the right-hand side, cuts up to midfield and down to the 45-yard line. That's number 20.
That's the other Patino.
Trent Patino. Tanner scored earlier on the touchdown. Trent now getting some work in at running back as well. Play clock down to game clock to 7:49 and counting. Looks like they're going to run it the rest of this fourth quarter. 66-7, Brock leads over Paradise. 2nd and 4 pending for Brock at the 45-yard line of Paradise.
Tucker Sargent going with the tight end again. He's wanted to play there for 3 years.
3 running backs in the backfield. Munson lines up to the right in the boundary. They're going to give it to 12 up to the 40,
Pike.
driving his feet forward. He almost sprung loose and hit his head on the goalpost, but a good tackle by number 20, Tristan Sims. Pike Langford rushes for 7 yards and another First National Bank first down.
Tyler Gray's younger brother, Matthew Gray, just checked in at running back.
Patino is out, and I have a feeling Little Page just checked in.
Matthew Gray, Tyler's little brother, came in also. He's 32.
If ball goes to 27, look out.
Yeah.
27 is in. Munson will be the far wide out to the left-hand side. Langford and Munson, it will go to 27. Dawson Littlepage to the 40. Look out to the 30. Breaks a tackle to the 20. Down to the 16-yard line. I told you it's too easy. He drives his feet forward, and it's going to take the entire defense to tackle him. He wants to score so bad. How great is that, having a guy like that playing on your team?
We've talked about it before. He's very good at following his blockers. He's allowing his blockers to set up an opportunity for him to make a move, and he did it right there. Just a nice handoff, easy run, all the way down the field, pick up 20, 25 yards.
It'll be under 6 minutes remaining in the game, 66-7. Brock leads as they jog up to the line of scrimmage.
You hate not to have your substitutes in there not attempting to score and get first downs and make plays, but those guys want to play too, and now you have your 3rd and 4th string running backs in there, and they're trying to compete for a spot.
In a scenario like this, an Aledo coach, Tim Buchanan, said it best: I'm not going to tell my players not to play hard, and that's what Brock's doing right now, running the ball. 3 running backs in the backfield. It'll go to Matthew Gray, who is trying to break loose, and he does, to the 15. Still keeps his feet, and he spun out of bounds. Heck of a run by that. He didn't get much, but a good effort. He's going to pick up about 6 on the play. He is all but about 5'2", maybe.
If he's 5'2", but he's got a lot of gray in him. He's doing that same thing that Tyler does. He keeps his feet moving, spinning, picks up yards. People fall off of him. He just keeps going.
Yeah, watching Big Brother. How do I find the end zone right here? Under 5 remaining to play in the ball game.
They're finally going to find a way to get that ball to Tucker.
Sargent is at tight end to the left-hand side. Mungin the wide out to the right. 3 running backs in the backfield. It'll go to Langford. Wide open. Look out to the 10, to the 5. Breaks a tackle and jogs into the end zone for another Mondo Gutierrez and NAC touchdown. It will be called back on a penalty.
Oh, really? Hey, that's a good way to not put points on the board. Score, but hold. Score, but be offsides. That way it looks like we're scoring, but we're getting called back.
It's going to be a holding penalty. I don't know the culprit. It's going to make it take it all the way back to the 22-yard line, making that 2nd and 14.
That's all right. He'll get it again.
No personnel change for Brock, so they'll keep the same offense onto the field.
They're letting the play clock run down pretty far in general. They're trying to take as much time off the game clock as possible. They're still trying to play football, though.
Munson will split out to the left-hand side. 3 running backs in the backfield, same formation. The younger Gray will get it this time, and he will bust his feet
Another
forward.
flag.
He spun off again to the 15. He
God,
loses tackle,
holy
and he's going to
ball.
get into the end zone. And unfortunately, I think it's going to be called back. So 2 scores, and I think another holding. Yes, it is another holding. 2 scores are negated by 2 holding penalties, and that's unfortunate for.
But that doesn't mean that's not a great effort
Oh
by
man,
Matthew Gray
he
coming through
ran
there.
hard. He did ran hard, and I hate that for Matthew Gray. Would have got his first score of the season. He's going to check out, getting high fives from all the guys on the sideline that dwarf him. That kid is the smallest player on the team. Probably runs harder than anybody you will know. Heck of a job and effort, but that holding penalty takes it now to 2nd and 20.
Well, they've scored 2 plays in a row. Let's see if they can do it 3 plays.
Corcoran will hand the ball off. It will
Colin
be
Miller.
to Colin Miller, who is tackled at the 20-yard line, so he will get 7 back, making it 3rd and 13, ball on the 21, 22-yard line.
Colin wants to play. Matthew Gray wants to play. Little Page wants to play. Patino wants to play. They've got their 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th string running backs that are going in there. A lot of guys from the JV that they pulled up this
Getting
week.
ready for playoffs.
Getting ready for playoffs. They have to be able to have that extra group to contribute as well.
Under 2 minutes to play, 3 running backs into the backfield. Corcoran under center, play clock to 2. Gonna hand it, and it's fumbled. The ball, don't know who's got it. It's a pile. They're signaling for 4th down. Colin Miller fumbled the ball, but was able to get it back, and it's going to take it a loss of 2, bringing it to 4th down and 15.
Well, they're not going to kick a field goal from here. They're going to try to keep the ball, run one more play, see if they can get something out of it. 4th and 15 from the 22-yard line. I say they score.
I'm good with that. You and I are going for the same team. We'll see what happens. Same formation they've run the entire 4th quarter. 3 running backs in the backfield. Corcoran under center. Munson the lone wide out to the left-hand side. Here's the snap. It will go to 11 to the 20, down to the 15. He won't get the first down. It'll be a turnover on downs. Paradise will take over with a running clock down to 48, 47 seconds. Probably get 1 play, and that'll be it.
They may just take a knee. I don't know why they would run a play right here. They're going to have to do one. Nope, you know what? They're resetting the clock. The 25 is still going to be 4 seconds off. If they'll just wait 1 more second to start it, boom. Okay, now they don't have to. Now they don't have to run a play. They waited long enough on the play clock to match the game clock.
Chastain standing up. Now he'll go under center, double wing back formation. Here's the snap. It'll go right up the middle to Upton. He'll gain 1, and that'll be it. And I'd like to congratulate Brock on their 2nd consecutive district championship. They're going to clinch tonight against Paradise. Heck of a job by these young men, especially for the seniors. We'll take a break, bring it right back to you. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions.
Looking for fast, reliable wireless internet service in the Brock area? Well, look no further. Sarah Networks is locally owned and one of the most diverse internet service providers in North Texas. With over 6,000 square miles of high-speed wireless service area, we've got you covered. Your internet is our priority. Go to sarahnet.net or give us a call at 817-259-1100 to get you hooked up. Sarah Networks is a proud sponsor of Brock Eagle football and all of Brock Nation. Lightfoot Mechanical, air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and spray foam insulation is family owned and operated, and it's been serving North Texas for more than 30 years. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys.
Welcome back to Eagle Stadium as Brock beats Paradise 66-7 on senior night, final season game at home for the seniors, and they go out with a bang. Not only do they get a win, they're going to get their second consecutive district championship. We'd like to let you know that next week's game will be against Boyd in Boyd, weather pending. We will start at 7:30. Eric, man, you can't say enough about these guys. They do an incredible job. We talked about the depth that Brock has. They get their seniors a win on senior night. It's another district championship for Brock. It's something you got to be excited about for this coaching staff and for this team.
It's just the leadership that those seniors have. You're going to miss that next year. You hope that the current juniors, when they are seniors next year, are going to bring that same energy to the leadership position of being seniors. And I'm pretty sure they will. I know the coaches will really stress that characteristic in those seniors next year. But this group of seniors have been the football team for Brock since Coach Worrell got here, and it's good to see them have the opportunity to win a district championship as seniors against Paradise tonight.
I want to be positive when I say this because you want to go out with a bang against Boyd next week, but there's going to be something that you and I are going to have the experience calling, and that's a 10 personnel, which I like to call it. For those of you who don't know what that means, it's 4 wideouts. We're going to see it all game long. They're going to throw the ball. They're going to go after Brock's secondary. It's going to be the first team who runs that type of offense that's going to attempt to make them struggle. And it's going to be interesting to see. This is a Paradise team that is not that good, that was able to throw the ball. So I'm anxious to see how Coach Worrell gets his team to step up for a team that's going to try and throw for 300 yards against a secondary that hasn't been tested for 9 games.
The only time that anybody's completed a pass of any significance has been the one pass today on Tyler Skelton, and then when we played Venus a few weeks ago, they had a couple of deep balls. But other than those 2 plays, there hasn't been anybody that's even tried. And you know, like I always say, you have to have that offensive line that can be able to give the quarterback time. You have to have a quarterback that can make the precise throw over the top. And then you have to have a receiver that can make that catch. And it's at this level of 3A, it's just hard to find those 3 specific things on a football team. And Boyd probably thinks that they have those. Well, they haven't seen Brock yet. And we'll see if they're good enough offensive line to keep Brock from getting to the quarterback before he can let go of that ball.
I don't want to get too much into it because I want to have stuff to talk about when we come back next week when we play in Boyd. But you're talking about a team of Brock that hadn't blitzed once this entire year, and you're going to go up against a team that's going to throw the ball. Do you try and bring 17 and 25 and some of these fast defensive players put pressure on a really good Boyd quarterback?
Well, tonight we saw the 10-1 turn into a 9-2 basically for defense. I bet next week we see something in the more of the 5-4 range, the 5-4-2, where you're going to have not as many people up on the line. You're going to have more people out trying to cover. So that's going to bring a few more fast people onto the field versus your big people who are trying to stuff up those gaps. So we're going to be taking inside position on those receivers, trying to make those quarterbacks for Boyd throw over the top, and just going to see how it works.
Brock will go up against Boyd next week at 7:30 in Boyd, Texas. They'll go for a perfect regular season, and as well as to see who they're going to play in the first round of the playoffs. You've been listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions. I'd like to thank Eric Morris, our statistician, Mr. Bowman, as well as the future Texas Tech Red Raider. Again, we appreciate him getting us back on the air for the second half. That's Harrison Pritchard. For Jake Reed, I'd like to thank you all for listening. Be safe. We'll see you next week. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by JPS Productions.
Are you gaining weight, feeling tired, suffering from a lack of concentration, or feel like you passed your prime? Call Envy, a medical day spa and wellness center. To discuss having your testosterone level checked today, 817-599-9902. Dr. Chris Wasterhuizen at Envy, a medical day spa and wellness center, has been successfully performing bioidentical hormone replacement for men and women for the last decade. Call Envy to make your appointment now, 817-599-9902. Are you gaining weight, feeling tired, suffering from a lack of